A self-confessed Strictly fan, the Queen would love my next guests. So much joy there. Krishnan and Lauren, join me now. Don't give too much away, don't give too much away. Welcome, welcome. How are... Is that going to be your song? Yeah.
Call me out, yeah.
Oh,
that is our couple's choice, yeah.
And is that going to be in the... Is that part of the dance?
Actually, that's not part of the dance,
okay.
but there's something vaguely related.
Yeah. Did you go off script there, Lauren?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Well, we can't do the dance.
You can't do the dance now. It's a Thursday, right? So tomorrow is the day in the studio. Yes. So on the Friday, you go in and it's like the dress rehearsal for everybody to see it for the first time. Yeah. How does that feel? Like, how prepared are you?
I mean, normally by this morning, I have to roughly know what I'm doing.
You do.
But Thursday is sort of a polishing day. So we kind of got it into a routine where normally now, sort of by Tuesday morning, Lauren's kind of taught me the routine.
Yes.
And we've kind of
getting
done
quicker, getting quicker week by week, yeah.
Yes.
And then, you know, spend the rest of the week sort of, let's work out that bit, because that's a bit of a mess, and let's make this look a bit better. And then Thursday is kind of, can we just get through it over and over again until it
and just do it. Yeah. And what the couple's choice is, it can be funny or it can be emotional. On my year, I remember Nicola Adams did a really beautiful contemporary dance about her life story as a boxer and as a female. And it was such a beautiful dance. And couple's choice can be so memorable. I remember Chris Ramsey did a brilliant one. What is your... Can we talk a little... Can we tell us anything about the theme of it?
Well, I mean, the theme is me, I think. Yeah. They are kind of themed around your story.
Yes.
Yeah, and yours is particularly related to Strictly, isn't it? And what Strictly means to you.
Oh, how fantastic.
I think because I've kind of been so open about how Strictly has changed, you know, my life in a way. I think
you used to poo-poo that. Serious old Krishnan
I did,
used to poo-poo, celebs used to say that, and now you're in it.
Absolutely. No, I never understood what people meant.
Agreed.
And I kind of thought that was all nonsense when they said, oh, you've learned loads about yourself and all this kind of... And I thought, well, what do you mean? Well, how can you learn much about yourself doing Strictly? And it turns out you can. And I think because of that, then this dance is sort of... is really about my experience.
I love it. And, Lauren, it must give you so much gratification because, you know, to take a complete novice and you're getting 27, 30... I know you're at the bottom of the leaderboard, but that doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter. Because actually, the viewers love the fact that you knew nothing about dancing and now you're doing it with such joy.
I can see improvement week on week on so many different levels, like even down to how Krishnan picks up the choreography, picks up the technique, how he lets himself go more and more every week. And I think the viewers can see that as well. And that's what's so lovely about Strictly.
We've come a long way since that.
Yes.
Was that your first dance?
That was week 1.
I tell you what, the key is to get... Is this the cha-cha-cha? Get it out, because in week 1. Because it's the one that most celebrities get kicked out.
But Krishnan's got
the danger dance.
He's got such a natural rhythm that it was actually really nice to choreograph for him and teach him the cha-cha-cha. I really enjoyed
Well, I hear that in the dressing room, though, he can get a bit distracted by his own musicality. Yeah. Should we just take a look?
Yeah.
I mean, it is beautiful, but let's take a look. I mean, that is gorgeous, Lauren.
Well,
what a voice.
Here's the thing. Krishnan said I push him out of his comfort zone every day, so I had to be pushed out of my comfort zone.
But is the guitar now... Is it going to be featuring? Is it a...
No, because I think it has featured in other people's... I mean, there was a moment when we did the Red Hot Chili Peppers song. Yeah. I wanted to play the opening riff at the beginning of the...
I think Bill Bailey might have used his instruments at some point, But
no, I just took my guitar along as sort of something to do in the breaks, because I didn't want to be on my phone all the time. Because if I get onto the phone, then I get into the news and Twitter and culture wars and all that kind of stuff, and I didn't want to do that. Yeah. So I took my guitar along, but then Lauren gets cross with me for being too distracted.
Don't get cross, I'm not a cross person.
No, not cross, but I mean...
It's not a distraction, we need to train.
Can I just say, that jacket looks very loose on you?
Yeah, well, everything is a bit loose on me.
Can I just say something? Right, I'm going to... It's all pinned at the back.
Yeah, I know.
That's how big.
I didn't even...
Right, no, I'm going to show it. Right, stand up a minute, Krishnan. No, stand up. I've got to show it. This is how much weight this man has lost. He's got safety pins down the back of... It doesn't fit you anymore.
Oh, dear, you weren't supposed to see that.
What has happened to your body?
It's gone...
Yes.
Yeah, no, I mean, I can show you if you like. I've got this belt that was normally there and is now there.
Oh, my goodness.
And I'm just keeping this belt forever.
How many holes is that? 6 or 7 holes?
It's 7 holes.
7 holes.
But it's incredible, isn't it, how much, like, your body can change. But as well as you say... Oh, hang on, this is a bit mean.
Oh, that is a bit mean.
You look lovely.
Let's find a fat picture of Krishnan.
No, you look fantastic. But it's good for your health, isn't it? Because you've got this heart condition, so it must be good for you in general.
It's all been very good for me, yeah. I mean, I came with all sorts of fears about my health, and it turned out to be nonsense. And it's all been really good for me because, obviously, you know, being a bit lighter and healthier generally is always good for heart health and everything like that.
Can I just say, when I went to ITN for the first time, and we used to work in the same building, Channel 4 News and ITN News are in the same building. And I got in a lift one day. I've been a massive fan of, you know, as a young Indian girl, you know, watching the TV. You've been doing network news for 25 years. You know, you're a hero, really, for all of us. And I got in the lift one day, and there you were. But your face was poker face, so serious. And I was so intimidated by you. I just stood in the corner and I just thought, oh, I wanted to make eye contact. I didn't make eye contact.
Oh, no.
So
I think I've changed.
But this is the thing. Even your family have noticed that serious Krishnan isn't the full Krishnan.
Yeah, I mean, serious Krishnan was never the full Krishnan. I mean, and the weird thing is, you know, I started off in children's TV and youth TV.
Yeah, true.
And you spend the early part of your career being very young in TV trying to persuade news bosses that you're serious.
Yes.
And then you spend 25 years in news, and then everyone's surprised that you can have fun.
But your family have noticed something, haven't they?
Yeah.
About you. What was it? You went on a dog walk with your wife and she said something really meaningful.
Well, I mean, I suppose it was my wife and my brother, actually, who'd been talking, who'd been sort of looking at me and kind of saying, well, maybe this has unlocked something, and he hasn't really been happy for a long time because...
Yeah.
You know, because news does make you a little bit buttoned up. You don't reveal what you feel about things. You have to control your feelings a lot and not show it. And Strictly is a way of letting it all out. And actually, also just having sort of that kind of intense fun, which you know from performing and the physical, you know, stress of it, kind of let something out.
It's super. And Lauren, what are your hopes for Saturday then?
Every week, I go into the studio and I just want Krishnan to have fun on the dance floor. Well... because it translates through the...
It absolutely does. And I have to say, you are the joy of the show. Now, you carry it in your very being. It's so much fun. And we love it. We love watching
kind of thinking you've just got to be totally honest about how it affects you.
Absolutely right. Thank you. Good luck. Strictly continues on Saturday, 7:05, Couples Choice. Very exciting.